Hello, it's day 81.
Of the 29th year and beyond.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
So,
Okay, so I was talking to a friend of mine, and he's going through a difficult time after being married for a long time, and his wife decided she wanted to leave. And I questioned him. I asked him. I said, "Well, when did the communication break down? What was the challenge? And he's named a couple of things. And one of our favorite tools for couples going through marital counseling is The Story of Us. It wasn't a movie that got a whole lot of buzz, but it's really a good movie when you talk about marriage. And I was talking to him, and I said, one of the biggest challenges with people is they don't understand that how a person trying to communicate with someone else can quickly become a source of contention. So, for instance, I'm a chef. So if I come home every day and I'm trying to talk to Fred, and I'm saying, "Hey, Fred, look, I learned how to cook this, and I had to do this," and he's like, but he's not paying me any attention. Well, then I connect with a friend, maybe on Facebook or on the phone, and I say, I'm talking to him and I'm telling him about it, and I'm all excited. And so now every time that I have something to talk about food wise, I go to that person and I talk to him. Eventually, the intimacy that I had with him in that conversation now has shifted to this other person.
what was I going to say? And I agree, because when we talk about intimacy, it's not just the touching, the feeling, or a sexual encounter. It's about sharing oneself.
Right.
And that's a great example, because you want to be able to, any reasonable person, I would say, you want to be able to share the most intimate things with the person that you're in love with the person that you're on the journey with the person that you're married to. And so if that person is not receptive, then you, because you have passion about whatever it is that you want to share, you tend to find someone else that will be able to receive the passion that you have for whatever it is that you want to share.
Exactly.
So yeah, and that can lead to other things.
So in The Story of Us, the girls are having a conversation. So that's the star of the movie and a friend. And one of the ladies says this. She asked, she said, "Is a kissing and fair?" And she said, "You think so?" And then she says this.
Absolutely. Once you establish anything truly intimate with another person, even talking, it has to affect the person you're supposed to be the most intimate with. Wow.
Yeah. And so basically that's what that means. I mean, if I start talking to someone else about things that are important to me, no matter whether it's if it doesn't even have to be a sexual type encounter, eventually that becomes a person that becomes my confidant, and that confidant leads to something else, and before you know it, all the intimate things that I'm going through, my pains, my aches, the dealings, the problems I'm having with my husband, are the things I'm now discussing with this person instead of talking to my husband.
And the thing about that is, the only person that can help you to resolve those issues is the person that you're in a relationship
Yeah.
with. But if that's not the person you're speaking with, then you are establishing a level of intimacy with somebody else. And like Gail says, when you have that kind of comfortability with someone else, you do begin to share things that you should only be sharing with the person that you're in the love relationship with. But if that person does not make themselves available, then you find a surrogate, right? And once you establish an intimate relationship with someone else, it definitely can and often does lead to other intimate encounters.
But here's the thing that just popped in my head also, because it doesn't necessarily even have to be someone that you would be intimate with. It can be a family member, it can be a friend. And so now, if everything that I'm dealing with that I need to be talking to Fred with, I'm taking to my girlfriend, my mom, my sister, I've also done the same thing. I've taken that part of our relationship, that part of our marriage that we so desperately needed, the communication, I've taken it away and given it to someone else. So now I'm hurting. And I need him to be compassionate about what I'm going through, but he doesn't even know because I haven't told him.
Yeah, and unbeknownst to both parties, I would imagine, you have alienated this person.
Yes.
First, foremost, because they kind of laid the groundwork for the alienation to take place.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yes, it is. So understand, the things that are most meaningful, the most significant, about you and for you needs to be shared with the person that you have made a commitment to be on the journey with.
That's right.
Until tomorrow, if the Lord says the same.
Bye.